the Towson University Cook Library for the third time because we had a shot list how we wanted it the first time we came up, and we started to do it and we realized we needed a dolly. So we cut our losses. We said, you know what, we gotta do what we gotta do, and we decided to come back another day. So we built a custom dolly just for this scene. And when we came back, we figured out that, you know, shooting two characters dead on while they're moving back and forth on either side of the shelf, it didn't work because they were crossing and stuff, and the action axis is changing too much, and trust me, it just didn't work.
Well, an action axis is, if you watch like any TV show that's ever been made, if two people are talking, like we're talking right now, the camera most times for me is going to be over my left and it's going to be over your right. So, you know, it's one of those things, if you watch, I guarantee you, it's pretty much any conversation that's ever been in a TV show.
We are now back here for the third time. This scene is like the thorn in our side because it's got such potential to be such an amazing visual scene. So we really had to do it right, and we cut our losses the second time. So the third time we really did our homework on this one.
Mike wants to mark your movements after you figured it out.
Yeah. Alright, 3 here, and then I look underneath, she goes over here, and then I come back to here, so this is my next spot. Alright, so here, and then boom, and then I move to here and we confront here. I think that it was a matter of just this shot, letting the shot defeat us. And you know, it's a tough shot. It's a very complex thing. And the thing is that now that we've got it, it's like this is easy. But whenever you're first approaching it, whenever it's something it's a different venue of shots, it's not so easy.
What we're doing now is we've got the dollies facing down the aisles, and so we're doing pushing in and out, following the actors as they come towards us and away from us, which then we will intercut with shooting through the shelves with the actors going left and right across the screen. It's going to be dynamically very interesting once we cut it all together.
Let's shoot this again. Jamie, when it worked really well. So
Yeah, it just takes practice.
yeah, it's beautiful. Let's do it.
Basically, if we keep you in the right and we keep you in the left, we never have a problem with the action axis. It's fine. But it's just eye lines. What I need to do is, Brian, I need you, for me, please, to basically create a script based on where they're standing. Let's take each movement based on the shelf number. 1 being the closest to the aisle, 2 being the center, 3 being the furthest in. At any time that they are facing one another, Allie is always screen left, and Jan is always screen right.
You want to tell me really quick who you are, what you're doing, and how you got involved?
Who am I? I'm some wandering mendicant, some sage of the university, some guy that in the spring or the fall or something in '05, right when Erik was getting ready to do his, I think it was his senior thesis, and there I was minding my own business, and came stumbling out of the world-famous Cook Library under the influence of caffeine and saw Jamie clambering up on a tiger, obviously somewhat distressed, the papier-mâché tiger that used to be in front of Cook Library. And I said, hey, what are you guys doing? And Erik told me they were doing something, and I said, oh, under the evil influence of caffeine, I said, oh, I can do better than that right off the top of my head. And he took that as a challenge, sort of threw down the gauntlet, as it were, and said, oh, okay, buddy, if you can do that, we don't know who the hell you are, but why don't you prove it? And they did whatever filmmakers do whenever they have to get things rolling again. And then he said, here you go, you've got a minute or a minute and a half, go ahead and run your mouth. Pretty similar to what I'm doing exactly right now, but apparently he was impressed by it somehow, and thus commenced our long and fruitful partnership in a variety of ways to promote movie making worldwide.
Cut? How's that sound?
So, yeah, that's the short and sweet of it. It was pretty fun. We're doing good still. He's a really good guy, and I like working with him. And but it all started like that. It was all just sort of confluence of circumstances, and they were out there doing a project, and you know, being nosy a little bit, I was like, hey, what are you guys doing? And one thing led to another, and there we are. So here we are 3 years later. Time has flied. We've all had fun, and there we go. So still doing it, as you can see, because this is part of it.
God,
That was great. That was great. Good audio, good video.
I think we got it.
Yeah, we're doing good. It's really nice. So, yeah, it's a good crew of people. I'm looking forward to the finished product. But, yeah, it all just kind of started like that, just sort of confluence of circumstances. They were doing one thing or another, and I went walking by, and I said, hey, you guys, what the hell are you doing, man? You know, got some guy climbing up here on a tiger on a hot day, and God forbid I should mind my own business. I figured I'd say, hey, what are you guys doing here? And like I said, I kind of said something to him. I said, oh, this isn't bad, but I think I could probably do a little bit kind of better, sort of off the top of my head. And he said, oh, well, why don't you prove that? And one thing led to another, and here we are today. So it's been a very interesting and fruitful sort of partnership. I've been tracking it, looking at the video blogs online, watching what everybody does, squeezing things in as time went by for school and, you know, work and other stuff. But this is a very good crew of people, and I expect they will eventually be highly successful, so I'm more than happy to participate.
We did it. We did it. Wow, we did it.
We are done.
Pinching? Yeah, I think it's real. So, I think it went pretty well.
It went good. That is all. Oh, yeah. Oh. Ooh, that was in my pee hole.
I'm gonna go eat a cheeseburger, take a shot, and drink a beer, or 2 or 3. So, nighty-night, y'all.
I'm pleased. I'll be very pleased when it's all cut together.
It's all edited, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are little things that just sort of, you know, you get nervous about. You go, oh, God, you know, was it angled the right way so that the shells were facing out the right way and the eye lines match? And, I mean, this is the most complicated thing I've ever shot. This is the most complicated thing Bender's ever shot. It's all technical. The performances were there the first time, but this is big. This is going to be a scene in the film that hopefully will impress people.
That looks like so much fun. All right. There we go. All right, that's what page I always start on. Oh.